Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Inside Indian Athletics, episode 19. Hard to believe we've already hit that number this year. So glad to be back with you for another episode. We've got girls soccer coming on tonight with two juniors, two of the more tenured players on the team, Amann and Evelyn Meyer. It's been a fun couple of weeks as spring sports now full in effect. Baseball going on tonight. Hey, the softball field's almost done. Concrete got poured out of the dugouts earlier today, so softball should be able to start playing next week on their new field. We're super excited for that. Can't wait to have some softball coverage here on the network. Baseball a couple of weeks from now, they'll get their field back. And they're actually playing baseball right now, actually. They on the road tonight. Should be a fun one out there. It's going to be a good show tonight. We've got Emma and Evelyn standing off to my right here, and they will join us next. Evelyn comes up when we return on Inside Indian Athletics.
Warrior Logo Wear doesn't just print gear. Since 2018, we've been helping organizations build identity, unity, and pride through high-quality branded merchandise and streamlined fulfillment solutions. Want to simplify your branded merchandise and look great doing it? Just contact us at info@warriorlogowear.com or call our number at 618-566-6864. You can also visit our location at 12 East Main Street, Muskegon, Illinois, 62258.
And welcome back. We've got our first guest tonight, Evelyn Meyer Jr. on the soccer team. Evelyn, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Owen.
All right, so I'm going to start you with this basic. How did you start soccer? What's your favorite part about the sport?
Yeah, so I started soccer pretty young. I grew up watching my older sister play, and then I think basically by the time I could run, they put me on a soccer team as well. And so I just kind of stayed with soccer. Being that my father was in the military, it was an easy into a community and into a group of friends each place we moved, and I think that's honestly my favorite part as well, is like the team and the community that is built around soccer and just the team atmosphere.
All right, so you've been a 3-year varsity player. You've been contributing on this team for a while. What has your experience been contributing the second you stepped onto the field as a freshman?
Yeah, I think through the past 3 years I've been a part of some great wins and great successes, but also some tough battles, and I think those experiences have really helped me to realize, like, once that whistle blows, like, you just got to play the game and have a positive mindset. And I think we have some other juniors on the team as well and sophomores who have some experience, and I think we've realized that you just have to ignore distractions and stay positive throughout the game.
All right, you guys have dealt with some injuries, other things this year that are kind of causing some people to step up, step up difficult situations, and I do want to talk about you a little bit. You've had to step up a couple of times in the goal, not necessarily your first position, but you've had to step up. What has that been like?
Yeah, it's definitely been different. I get to use my hands, which is completely different than what I've been doing the past 13 years of my life. But there's different positioning, some different fundamentals, different ways to think about the game. But at the end of the day, it's same game, same field, same team even. We definitely have it's not just me playing in a different position. We have a lot of other players that are having to be moved around and play in positions that they might be uncomfortable with or new to. And I think we're doing a really good job of just approaching everything with an open mindset and being willing to play anywhere that's needed for the team and just approaching it with a very positive outlook.
All right, so you've been playing soccer, you said, for 13 years. What's your biggest motivator been during that time, being able to, keep you going as you've gone on?
My biggest motivator, I think, would have to be some of my club coaches and club teammates, with one of my club coaches also being a high school coach here. I've been with my club team since I was in 4th grade, so I've kind of known them for a majority of my life, and they're definitely the reason I love soccer so much. They push me in high school season and outside of high school season just to become a better player, a better person, and I think it's really the community that I've created with that team that just keeps me loving the sport.
All right, you're on a very young team. This team is very, what makes them special? How was your experience this year? And go for next year. We were talking before the show started, you've had almost the entire team returning next year.
Yeah, I think we honestly have a very special opportunity with this team. With everyone returning, we don't only get to build on our technical skills throughout the year and the way we want to play, but we also get to build on our team chemistry and our relationships. And as everyone's returning, that team chemistry is only going to continue to get better through the next year. And also, it's given a lot of opportunity to some underclassmen and younger players to step up and make a big impact on the varsity level and have these opportunities. And it's really awesome to get to witness that, especially as a junior and next year getting to be a senior. And I'm really excited that we're all returning and we'll have a good amount of seniors next year, and I think that's really exciting.
All right, so we're going to talk a little bit, get a little less serious here for just a second. Pre-game routines, or anything you have to do to get ready for a game, as you're getting ready, especially now maybe even that you're in goal a little bit now.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I don't really do too much, but we have a pretty long pre-game talk, and I'll eat an orange during that time. And then I think warm-up's really important, having a good, solid warm-up to start the game. But as a goalie, I'm used to very much a team warm-up, but as a goalie, it's a very individual warm-up. And just kind of like taking that time to lock in. And then right before the game, our team, or like the starters, we do a little team prayer, and I think that's just aligning us with God's will right before the game and helps us focus in and just play for who we should.
All right, I'll leave you with this last question. What is your favorite soccer memory, high school or otherwise?
I think some of my favorite high school soccer memories have come from our time that we spend volunteering with Special Olympics. We do that about every year. We actually just did it this past weekend. We reffed and worked a tournament for them, and it's really rewarding and really fun to just meet those players. And now I feel like I know all of them from seeing them the past 3 years, and it's just another great community.
All right, Evelyn, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, Emma Amann joins us next, and we will have her on when we return.
Rinsing Ag Solutions owner Andrew Rinsing puts his many years of agricultural experience to work. We serve neighbors, friends, and family who we are honored to call customers. We employ a business model that prioritizes farmers. We are able to offer premium products at the lowest possible prices. We also offer drone and ground rig spraying services for farmers and sell Pioneer seeds. To learn more about Rinsing Ag Solutions, visit our website, rinsingagsolutions.com.
We're back, second guest here on Inside in Athletics. We're joined by Emma Amann. Emma, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Owen.
All right, so how long have you been playing soccer? Has it always been that number one sport for you?
I've been playing soccer since I was about 3, and it's always been, since I was around 8 years old, it's always been tied with softball as my number one sport. But I had a little falling out of softball, and I really stuck with soccer, and I found my passion, and I found my way to pursue my athletic abilities.
You've played other sports. You played basketball here at the high school for a couple of years. You played golf here at the high school. You do play golf at the high school. You did quit basketball. You're kind of focusing on soccer as that primary focus. Has that made soccer easier, or were there benefits from basketball into soccer, that kind of helped make you a better player?
Yeah, for sure. There were definitely benefits from basketball. It gave me the stamina for soccer to continue to just keep running. But since basketball is such a long winter sport, I have not been able to keep that momentum of running going. So once I got into soccer season, I had to work really hard to get back to where I was.
All right. You guys have had a bit of a tough year, but you've got to battle through the adversity. So how does your team work through that?
Yeah, definitely. We just communicate after the next game. We just focus on the film. We focus on what we did wrong, and we work 110% at practice to get better and keep going. And we just, like Evelyn said, we pray before the game. So we just pray to keep our patience, keep our heads, and not to focus on all the downfalls, but focus on rising up.
All right, so I'm going to ask Evelyn this, I want to ask you as well. What is your best motivator as you go through your season? The best reason that you just keep working towards your end goals?
Yeah, for sure. My biggest motivator is just focusing on the positives and finding the silver lining with everything for our team, and definitely just giving all the glory to God that He has given me the ability to be able to play soccer and have the athletic ability for this.
All right, so the beginning of the season is packed. You're kind of moving into mid-season form here a little bit. As you keep going into the year, what are you looking forward to as you head down into the heart of the schedule?
Definitely looking forward to conference play. We play Jerseyville tomorrow and Triad on Thursday, so I'm really excited to see how that goes, and just I hope we can keep our heads, keep our hearts, and just play for us, play for our team, and not for the fans, not for our coaches, but play for us and do what we know we can do.
All right, I know you play club ball as well as you play school. So, how does that help focus on soccer almost all year round, kind of help you become the player that you are?
Yeah, for sure. Club has definitely for me a higher intensity, higher energy type situation, but it really prepares me for high school season because just the energy is so much higher, and I go right from club to high school, so having that high intensity, high competition, it just really prepares me mentally and physically for what's coming with high school.
All right, last question. What is your favorite soccer memory, whether it be from here or the high school or club or however long you've been playing?
My favorite memory is definitely starting varsity my freshman year up until now. I feel like I've worked so hard to get to where I am today, and I've just focused really on making myself better and making my team better on and off the field, mentally and physically. So.
All right, Emma, thank you so much.
Thank you, Owen.
All right, when we come back, we'll close things down on Inside Indian Athletics.
Hey guys, what's up, what's up? Today, I'm back with another video. Gonna teach you guys how to throw football. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was hard to watch. Not only the audio is bad, but the video quality too. If your internet looks like this, look no further. Whisper Internet is the best internet provider in Muscoda, Illinois, and beyond. So switch today. If interested, head down to 9711 Fuster Road, Muscoda, Illinois, or call at 1-800-765-7772. Whisper. Service is our passion. Internet is what we do.
All right, time to close it down here on Inside Indian Athletics. It's been a good show. Thanks to Evelyn and Emma, who joined us and were outstanding. We do have a couple of things coming up this week. Baseball playing tonight. They play Friday afternoon as well. That game was not going to get covered. Other things going on for me, and I do have other things other than broadcasting sports. Also, softball plays tomorrow afternoon. They'll take on Belleville West. Softball also plays on Saturday morning, and that game will be right here on the Indians Sports Network. And of course, we talked about soccer. They've got Triad in Jerseyville this week, and so good luck to everybody as they continue on through the spring seasons as we enter into the heart of the spring schedule. And with that, we are going to close things down. Again, a huge thanks to Evelyn and Emma joining us tonight. Thanks to Avery Beer behind the camera. And with that, my name is Owen Dresser. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you Saturday for Indian softball and Inside Indian Athletics.